In the thick of the woods, under the pale moonlight, something was stirring. This tale begins on a cool, autumn evening. A group of friends had set out for a weekend of camaraderie and adventure, their destination, a secluded forest known for its tranquil beauty and untouched wilderness. The excitement was palpable as they arrived, setting up their tents amidst the towering trees, their laughter echoing through the crisp air. As the last rays of the sun disappeared over the horizon, they gathered around the campfire, basking in its warm glow and the comforting crackle of burning wood. The forest around them was alive with the sounds of the night, the soft rustling of leaves, the distant hoot of an owl, the gentle whisper of the wind. But beneath these familiar sounds, there was something else. A faint, unsettling rustle that seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. The friends, caught up in their tales and laughter, paid it no mind. After all, they were in the heart of nature, where the night teems with unseen life. Yet, as the hours passed, that strange sound persisted, growing ever so slightly louder, ever so slightly closer. Unbeknownst to them, their sanctuary of nature was slowly transforming into a stage for the uncanny. The moon, once a comforting beacon, now cast long, eerie shadows that danced and twisted with every flicker of their dying fire. The once gentle sounds of the night now carried an ominous undertone, creating an orchestra of unease that echoed through the darkened forest. An oppressive sense of dread started to seep into the air, clinging like a cold mist that no fire could dispel. As the friends retreated into their tents, their laughter now only a distant memory, they were unaware of the eyes that watched them from the darkness. Unseen, unheard, something was stirring in the woods, biding its time, waiting for the perfect moment to reveal itself. Little did they know, their night of fun was about to take a sinister turn. As the flames danced in the night, a chilling tale was spun. A tale of a hiker, lost and alone, forever wandering the very woods they were camping in. The story was not for the faint-hearted, meant to send shivers down the spine of even the most skeptical listeners. The tale began on a night not unlike the one they found themselves in, under a sky dotted with stars, and the moon casting long shadows on the forest floor. An adventurous hiker equipped with nothing but a backpack and a burning desire to explore the unknown had set off into these woods, oblivious of the fate that awaited him. As the tale grew darker, the hiker was said to have lost his way in the labyrinth of trees. Days turned into nights and nights into days, but the hiker found no way out. His desperate cries for help were swallowed by the dense foliage, his existence slowly fading into oblivion. The friends around the fire listened intently, their eyes wide with fear and fascination. The crackling fire and the rustling leaves added to the eerie atmosphere, making their hearts race. Some of them clutched their blankets closer, their eyes darting around the woods, half expecting to see the spectral figure of the lost hiker. Others, the more skeptical ones, laughed it off, dismissing the story as nothing more than a figment of imagination. But the tale wasn't over. The hiker, exhausted and starved, eventually succumbed to the harsh conditions. But his spirit, they said, never left the woods. It was doomed to wander eternally, a ghostly figure in the darkness, forever lost, forever alone. The hiker's cries could still be heard on moonlit nights, a chilling reminder of the tale they'd spun. The fire crackled ominously as the last word of the tale was spoken. A sudden gust of wind sent a shiver through the group, as if the ghost of the lost hiker had passed through them. The silence of the night was broken only by the whistling wind and the distant hoot of an owl. Unbeknownst to them, their ghostly tale was about to become their reality. The line between fiction and reality blurred as the night grew darker. Our once jovial group of friends, huddled around the campfire, began to sense a change in the atmosphere. A chill that wasn't there before swept through the encampment, causing the fire to flicker and dance as if it were alive. The wind carried with it an eerie melody, a distant sound that seemed like someone crying for help. It was faint, almost imperceptible, but it was there, a mournful cry echoing in the silence of the night. The friends exchanged anxious glances. What was that sound? Was it just the wind playing tricks? As the night deepened, shadows began to move among the trees, darting in and out of the darkness like specters. Was it just the firelight casting strange shapes, or was there something more sinister at play? The friends huddled closer together, their laughter and banter replaced by a tense silence. The unease grew as the feeling of being watched crept over them. It was like invisible eyes were peering from the darkness, studying their every move. The once comforting crackle of the fire now seemed menacing, the dancing flames casting long, grotesque shadows that seemed to reach for them. The friends' skepticism was fading into a palpable fear. Their jokes about ghosts and hauntings were replaced with hushed whispers and nervous glances. Each rustle of the leaves, each snap of a twig, heightened their fear. The once familiar surroundings now seemed alien and threatening. As the haunting tale shared earlier in the evening started to blend with their reality, the friends were consumed with a creeping dread. The campfire, once a source of warmth and camaraderie, now seemed like a beacon, attracting the unseen and the unknown. The friends huddled closer, their eyes scanning the darkness, their hearts pounding in their chests. The haunting tale, it seemed, was no longer just a story. The forest held its breath as terror gripped the campers. The pallor of fear painted their faces ghostly white, the laughter and camaraderie of earlier in the night now a distant memory. The campfire, once a beacon of warmth and safety, could do little to quell the icy dread that had settled in their hearts. In the dead of night, the spectral figure of the lost hiker emerged, as if seeping from the very shadows of the forest itself. Its visage, twisted in eternal torment, sent shivers down their spines. A sense of foreboding hung in the air, the silence so thick it was almost suffocating. The campers could only watch, frozen in fear as the apparition moved closer. Its eyes, hollow and devoid of life, bore into them, a chilling reminder of their own mortality. The wind seemed to whisper the name of the lost hiker, a mournful dirge that echoed throughout the forest. Their screams shattered the silence, a chorus of terror that echoed through the night. But as quickly as the ghostly figure appeared, it vanished. The forest resumed its nocturnal symphony, the eerie silence replaced by the familiar sounds of nocturnal creatures. The spectral visitor had disappeared, leaving behind only the imprint of its horrifying presence and a group of campers, their faces pale and their hearts pounding. As they huddled together, their trembling hands clasping each other for comfort, the reality of their encounter began to sink in. They had come face to face with a ghost, a restless spirit trapped in an endless loop of sorrow and despair. The chilling tale of the lost hiker was no longer just a story, it was their reality. In the wake of their terrifying encounter, the campfire, their only source of light and warmth, flickered and died. The forest, once filled with the vibrant sounds of life, was eerily silent. They were alone, enveloped in a darkness that seemed to swallow them whole. The campfire flickered out, plunging them into an unsettling darkness. As dawn broke, the nightmare seemed to lift. As the first pale rays of sunlight pierced through the dense canopy, the friends found themselves enveloped, not in spectral shadows, but the comforting embrace of reality. Their night of horror had come to an end, leaving only the chilling remnants of their haunting encounter. They moved with a hurried silence that echoed louder than any words could, their actions speaking volumes of the terror they had experienced. The once lively campsite, brimming with anticipation and excitement, was now a somber scene of haste and relief. Tents were swiftly dismantled, remnants of the fire doused, and the last vestiges of their presence erased, as if to wipe away the eerie memories etched into the night. As they packed their belongings, each glance they cast towards the surrounding woods was laced with a palpable sense of relief. The once welcoming wilderness had transformed into a haunting maze of unknown horrors, its secrets veiled behind a facade of serene beauty. As the last bag was loaded and the final look cast, they drove away, leaving the haunted woods to its spectral inhabitants. This supposedly true story serves as a chilling reminder. It's a testament to the unknown that lurks in the wilderness, the unseen that dances just beyond the reach of our understanding. It echoes in the rustling leaves, the creaking branches, and the distant hoot of an owl, whispering tales of the unexplained and the extraordinary. Every campfire is a stage, every story a performance that blurs the line between reality and the realm of the supernatural. As the flames flicker and the shadows dance, we find ourselves drawn into a world where anything is possible, where every tale holds a kernel of truth, shrouded in mystery and intrigue. And remember, if you enjoyed this spine-chilling tale, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Stay safe and always beware of the stories told around the campfire. Like and subscribe.